Okay, so this is just a short video on how to set up with Fortress as your design. This is the Fortress supply camp. As you can see, there's a sign here that says place your town hall where 4 chunks meet using F3 and G. So I'm in creative just to make things a little bit faster. I'm just going to go a little bit away from my supply camp. F3 and G turns on chunk borders. What this is every yellow line is every 2 blocks, so it's a 2 by 2 square for every yellow line. The blue lines are 16 by 16, which is 1 chunk, and the red lines you can see in the background are chunks, but you're not standing in them at the moment. So that sign said to put your town hall where 4 chunk corners meet, so it'll be one of these 4 blocks here. Let's say this one. It looks good. Choose your town hall from your left arrow and choose Fortress because that's what we're doing, and press escape to go out and have a look. So where I've placed it at the moment, I'm just going to turn F3G off for a second. The white lines around the building show you the space that the building will take up once it's built. So F3 and G. So what you want is for these white lines to line up with the chunk borders. As you can see at the moment, this one comes 1 square into the chunk. So using your build tool again, right click and move it 1 this way. So now it's inside this line, but it's also gone 1 square too far this way. So right click again and there you go. Now you have your town hall inside the chunks. And the builder, the designer of the Fortress style, Aravan, she has put signs in here with suggestions of buildings to build in these spaces. All of them, of course, are just suggestions. You don't have to put certain buildings where the signs are. The only real exception is the barracks. If you're going to place the large barracks, which is 3 chunks long and 1 chunk wide, they really should go here. I'll show you why in a second. But to just get started, we've got the town hall, we've got it lined up, so I'm going to click the check mark and it'll start my colony. And create the colony, and then we'll wait for our people to start spawning. And while they do, I'll just start setting up some other buildings. So first thing, of course, always you want a builder. So we're going to put the builder in this spot here. Builder, Fortress, and always preview level 5 if you can, because it lets you see what things are like when they're finished, and it gives you a better idea of lining them up with Fortress as well. As you can see here, the white line is 2 blocks too far into this chunk, so we're going to move it 2 to the left. And back here, it's 6 blocks too far. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It needs to butt right up against the town hall here. You can see that? And the rail line goes on the inside closest to the town hall. The open side away from the town hall is only for the inner ring. Open side away and the tunnel with the rail closest. If you're looking at it as a level 1 building, it'll be the fence closest to the town hall. And now that that's all lined up, we're going to go ahead and click the check mark and get our builder. Oh, we should hire somebody first. Oh, they did automatic. There we go. Now we're going to get the builder to build the building, and they will come over here and start that in a moment. The other buildings you need to know are, let's get Cheaty and give him all the things with cheating, all the things. Other buildings you need to know are the house and the tavern, which sit in a corner here. The house is actually called Citizen, but it is a house. Find the fortress. Again, preview at level 5. I really can't stress that enough. Preview at level 5 for all of them. Then you can see where they go. Okay, so this is where the rail is here. So the rail is going to be closest to the town hall again. And as you get it closer to the town hall, it'll bring up the preview of the town hall. Oh, actually, I don't think that works with the citizen hut. You have to line it up with the chunk still. Sorry about that. So you're going to bring it to the chunk in the corner there. So it's going to be right up close, exactly against the builder's hut, and inside that chunk there. And the rail for this one is just this little corner rail here. You can see the rails. If you've got the rails joining up, you've probably done it right, as long as you're using the chunk borders to get it all lined up. That's in the right spot. We'll click the check mark. Oh, our builder needs more stuff. Other buildings, I'll just put a couple more here so that you can see. We'll put the cook, fortress. Again, preview at level 5. One down too low. This is your rails, so your rails go up against the town hall again. Right up against them. And I'll put them in the left side of the chunk just so that you can see how the rails work. Again, with the citizen hut with the inside corner rails. Yeah, everything lines up lovely around here. The couriers later will use these rails to go from warehouse to giving builders supplies and all the rest of it. The other thing that I mentioned before was the barracks. I'm going to just turn chunks off for a second. The main barracks is 3 chunks long and 1 chunk wide. So fortress, again, preview at level 5. I may have mentioned that. I'm going to turn the chunks back on for a second because the fortress doesn't actually take up a whole chunk sideways. It takes up half a chunk either side. So the easiest way to do it is to butt it right up against your builder's hut, and then you can see the chunk border in the middle there. It's going to be 8 blocks this side of the chunk and 8 blocks this side of the chunk. And again, bring it back and butt it right up against the town hall. The reason this one's important to go here is because it makes a grand entryway. It's not just a barracks, it's also a gatehouse. So when you come in, it's like the entrance to your town. There's going to be walls all around, and you come in through this magnificently great entrance and come up here and up the stairs to the main entrance of the town hall. And you have a parapet running along up here that the guards will patrol along. So that's why the barracks is important there. It just makes a really grand entrance. The other building is the tavern. I'll just quickly throw another, let's put the miner here. Again, preview level 5. And make sure he's right up against the edge of the chunk, and bring him back up to butt up against the town hall. And as you run through here now, you can see the railway goes all the way along here, and yeah, it makes the courier's job much quicker later on. So this is the miner put in position correctly. I'll click the check mark, and the last one is the tavern, which is also an inner corner building. So go to fortress. That one only goes up to level 3, but preview it at level 3. And again, line it up with the chunks. Go this way, and that one. And it gives you another inner corner turn. So eventually you'll end up, most likely anyway, with the tavern and then 3 citizen huts taking up the other 3 corners. Check that off, and just because I have one more hut block on me, I'll do the deliveryman, which is now called the courier. And bring that so that it's inside the chunks. Oh, went too far there. Make sure I've got it with previewing at level 5. Yep, there we go. Check mark. And there we go. If I just come back here for a second and just click a random thing and come out here, hopefully turn chunks off, you'll be able to see a bit of this is how the town will look eventually. You can see how grand an entrance the barracks makes with as the gatehouse, and then the other buildings up alongside. And that's about it, really. Oh, actually, there's one more thing. I made a little sample over here. A lot of people get confused because when you start the building, the town hall has a fence all the way around. The signs here are super handy, but again, later on, a lot of people get confused because when they place the builder and put it up against the town hall, level 1 town hall has the dark fences, level 1 builder has the fences. When they place it, it has double fences like this, and that looks wrong. And it confuses a lot of people, but it's actually the correct way to do things, because later on that will form the double wall that makes the big wall around the inner fortress, makes it more secure and fortress-like. So if you get it and you have double fences and you're confused, you're okay, you've done it right. And I think that's it. Hope that was helpful to some people, and I'll see you later.